One thing that I will say to people very quickly is that because I know how all of you felt about the draft lottery last night. I understand. And everybody's all going, Jake, it's rigged. There's no way. How could Dallas do this? Well, look, this is the third, probably fourth time in 15 years that we've ever seen a team literally land the number one overall pick. If you recall when LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers to go to Miami, they ended up getting the number one overall pick, and who'd they get? Kyrie Irving. They thought he was honestly going to be a bust, and it turns out it worked out. And then you looked at when Anthony Davis left New Orleans, they got the number one overall pick, and that was used for Zion. And then now you got the Spurs, who they got, a lot of their core players, they all retired. They get the number one overall pick, and they got Victor Wembanyama. And now the Dallas Mavericks, because they traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers, then now the Dallas Mavericks have the number one overall pick. And I bet you now they're going to get Cooper Flagg. So to me, I just think this is more of a raffle than anything else. And you all knew exactly what you signed up for when you're the NBA having a draft lottery. Okay? They honestly had 1 point more than the NHL draft lottery, which who did you guess? The New York Islanders, who had a 0.3% chance to get a number one overall pick, and now they've got it. So, look, the NFL is completely different because the NFL is competitive every single year. Now, yes, you may potentially have the same top 10 draftees every single year from every organization, but the difference is these players are ready to play right now. The NBA, I don't even know about these players until their third, fourth year in, and then they're actually producing well. That's just the harsh reality that we have. The connection between them and college hoops is really not all there. That's what they need to fix up. But the Dallas Mavericks, it just all makes perfect sense at this. So they may potentially draft Cooper Flagg at number one overall. So you're pairing him up with Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gaffer. And that team, when you look at that roster, take away the injury part. But if it's a fully healthy roster and you go into next year, that looks like a finals team. It seriously does. They got size. They got shots. They got at least a perimeter attackers, whether offensive, defensively. And Jason Kidd, I mean, he's a very good coach. But this has to be the redemption mode for Nico Harrison, doesn't it? Because the minute you trade away Luka, and the minute, all the Dallas fans, they don't even want to come to the games. Now you get the number one overall pick, and it's all because,